what I've done is I've set up just a little stupid example of horrible examples. Well, we're going to try it. So I'm playing a game of one pocket. That's my pocket. Oh, this is my Adam Balabushka, which hits really, really well. I don't think it's ever been, featured in the channel or talked about in the channel. But anyway, back to pool. I'm playing one pocket. That's my pocket. My opponent just scratched. I've been sitting here, watching him shoot. Now he's giving me ball in hand. I think all the good players at this point are going to shoot the 8, drift out maybe to about here, shoot the 10, bust out the stack or whatever. This is just a bunch of balls, so there may be something there. What I believe and what I've seen is that this 8 is tougher than it would otherwise be because it's the first shot. It's the first shot of a potential run in this case. So I don't have the rhythm. I may not have the proper mental attitude. I'm not in shooting mode yet. The theory is I'm going to get into shooting mode by shooting the 8. But while the 8 is not particularly tough, it's going to be tougher because it's the first shot. So what I've learned that I have to do in an awful lot of cases, if it's the first shot, you're going to need to find something easier. Find something I can't miss. Cinch that first ball. And then at that point, I'm in some kind of a rhythm and I can do something else. Even though, like the textbook layout or whatever would say, no, shoot the 8. And if I was one of the top players, I'd be shooting the 8. I would have good, solid fundamentals and a good pre-shot routine and all this stuff. And the 8 would not be any tougher for me simply because it's the first shot. But I'm not one of those guys, and a lot of people aren't those guys. So what I really believe needs to happen a lot of times is take the easiest shot that you're going to make. Sure, then I'll try to come back around for the 8, and hopefully I will. But if I don't, at least I made that freaking ball instead of missing a ball in hand shot because it's tougher than I was expecting. It's tougher because it's the first shot. I don't know if any of that's making sense. It makes sense to me because I've had to deal with it quite a bit. I missed more ball in hand shots than I should. I'm not going to say I missed more than your average person, but I missed more than I should. Alright, so we're just going to use our imagination and pretend I came around for the 8. But I didn't do that. Another situation that can come up, very, very, very similar, is let's put this ball back. Now let's give my opponent some threats out here. A lot of times in a situation like this, I just got my ball in hand again, right? I would get, I've called before split brain syndrome, where I'm like, well, I got to make this ball, but a part of my brain is going, yeah, but if I miss, then I'm selling out stuff to my opponent. And so not only is this 8, if I shoot the 8, tougher than it would otherwise be because it's the first shot, but it's also potentially tougher because of that split brain stuff. I have a real problem with split brain syndrome, but I don't want to make the 8 even worse by trying to somehow play safe. Not really sure how I would play safe in this situation while still making the 8. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take my ball in hand and come over here and shoot the 10. I may not make it around through all this stuff, but I'm going to make the 10. Maybe I just play shape for the 15 instead of trying to come around for the 8. The 8's going to be there later on. I can come back up for it later on. That's probably the best idea. Oh, I'd like to have missed that ball and got shape on it just like I said I would, but if I could do everything I wanted to do, I wouldn't be down here making videos in my basement. I'd be on the road. I don't think I have another shot. And this is just a bunch of balls, or they don't count. There's no real example of those balls being like that. But this is kind of just the point I wanted to make. There are situations that seem easy. I just got my ball in hand again. That's still my pocket. Seem easy. But it's my first shot. So what do? Do I shoot the 8? Try to come down here and make it something, make it safe, make it a two-way shot? Or do I just cinch the 8 and then do something, maybe bank to 9? What do I do in this case? And everybody's going to be different and is going to have a different opinion on what they should do and what they're capable of doing. If I'm in this situation and it's my first shot, I'm cinching this damn 8 because I've missed too many ball and hand shots in my life. I know that it is a problem for me to be sitting down and then stand up and shoot anything. You know, and this shot's 6 feet away, and I have old eyes. So in this case, I'm going to come up, I'm going to take my ball in hand, I'm going to try to have good solid fundamentals and all that fun stuff, and I'm going to associate. And then now I'm going to look at something and see what else I want to do. In this case, you know, I said maybe I would bank the 9, but bank the 9 I'm going to sell out, so I'm not going to do that. I'll do something else in this case. Playing one pocket, what would I do? What would I do? I'm not a one pocket expert, so please don't go, well, Dave said that you should do this when you're in this situation. Well, maybe that just means that's the worst possible thing to do. Maybe not. I'm just going to try to bank the 9 because I said I was going to, even though it's not advisable unless you can hit the 15. So there's that. I wish I had more examples, but they're all kind of in the same realm. Is the first shot, and I keep giving myself ball in hand because I'm trying to set up my examples. But if I need 2, and this is my first shot, probably I'm supposed to move the 10 away from my opponent's side of the table. But it's my first shot, and it's 7 feet away. Do I do that? There's going to be nights where I'm going to shoot this 10 with ball in hand. I'm going to shoot it. But there's going to be some nights where I shouldn't shoot it, because if you miss it, then you look and feel like a dumbass, like an idiot, and that does happen. And I also have that 9. I did a video, well, the last video I have up there, I think, is about that 9's not my way, but there's a part of my brain that keeps it, I don't know, draws me into it or something. So I'm liable, it's possible, I don't know if it's likely, they'll hit the 9. Even though if I hit that 9, there's no way that 10 was going to go anyway. But I always have to keep that in mind. And in this case, I feel like I've been shooting pretty well the last few days. So we would just do that. If that ball had been here, and I had my ball in hand, I might not have done that. I might be better off coming over here, shooting the 9, come around, I'm going to get shape on something, either the 15 or the 8. Tougher, roadmap, but the shot was a lot easier. I think that probably makes sense, and I think that, in that case, I think a lot of the one pocket players would have shot the way I just tried to shoot. I would like to have made that 15 and that kind of stuff. Just because the 15 was kind of a tough shot. The middle, mid-distance, and there's a cut on it. I really had to stroke it to come over here to the rail. back out for a shot here. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I do that a lot. We will just, I don't know, we'll pretend I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm fooling anybody, even myself, but we'll give it a try. I have no shot. I have no shot. I'm going to stop the camera in a bit here, see if I have any shot. That 14 will go. Maybe not from here, and maybe not when shot by me, because I could very well kick that 11 right in the way of the 14, even if I hit the 14 perfectly. I hit it thin, didn't I? Did you see it move? I did hit it thin. Anyway, so that's that. Where's my stupid remote? My cat ate my remote. There it is. All right. Thanks, guys.